You clearly know a thing or two about strategy, right? So watching Celebrity Big Brother, who do you think is playing the best game?
It's funny because my initial reactions have changed so much since the first like couple episodes. But right now, I'm telling you, Ricky Williams, he's gonna go far.
Because he's an underdog. Well, underdog in that he's like laying low.
He's just floating on by.
But he won the veto. He's a strong player.
He has proven he can win things.
Yes.
And he's already like kind of making digs and starting to like create these cracks, but I don't think anyone's onto him.
No.
So I'm like, Ricky.
That's
And at first
true.
I was like, this guy's gonna be such a flop. Like,
Me too.
he's gonna be boring. And then I'm like, wait, he might go to the end.
I think you're right. He was saying that he was trying to stress out like both sides to
like,
create kind of
brilliant.
chaos. It is brilliant.
And he's just chilling. I'm like, all right, Ricky.
And then he didn't use the veto last
I know.
night.
It'll be interesting if people kind of get mad at him for that. If he like creates some drama with Ryan, I'm interested. But I also think Natalie Eva Marie, I call her 3 names because there's just so many names to remember. Nem. I think she's gonna go far. But I mean, she did. I don't know if you saw.
Let's talk about probably one of the most awkward moments in Big Brother history. So explain what happened, Morgan.
Rule number 1: when you go in a room, you check everywhere to make sure
someone could be napping as they were.
Like check under the covers. Like Tamar was kind of out in the open.
Yeah.
She should have seen her, but Natalie Eva Marie walks in and is like to Lolo, "Hey, so what should our final 2 be named?" I'm like, "Oh, you can't go back from that."
Cringeworthy. It was painful. And then you could see Lolo's face just drop, and they're trying to figure out like, how do we handle this? And how would you have handled that in that moment?
I mean, I think I would have done the same thing. I would have freaked out. I would have frozen and been like, I probably would have just walked out of the room and been like, okay, well, she knows. But what would have been smart is if they're like, oh my gosh, like you heard that, like, why don't you come in? Would have like a final 3. Let's bring you in. I know that you and Candy are kind of on the rocks, so like, come in with us. We'll pretend it's still the 4. You can join us, like something. But
I actually thought at the time it might hurt Tamar because, well, she kind of knows too much right now, and she's also stirring the pot a lot. She's, trying to break up the alliance that was formed, like the big alliance. She has, she's thrown some shade at Jonathan and Ryan, and she has some beef with Candy. So I feel like this is a good time. If you want to get Tamar out, you should get her out.
Exactly. And she's proved, I was really excited about her because she's a super fan and she knows the game and all that. I think she's going to be so emotional that she's going to be so entertaining to watch.
Yes.
I love watching her. But I was like, she's just gonna irritate these people, and then
she might sabotage.
She might self-sabotage. I'm worried.
Well, who are you rooting for?
Oh my gosh, Jonathan Bennett.
Same.
I'm Team Jonathan.
We love
him. I just adore him. I got to meet him at Marissa's. Actually, they're really good friends. Fell in love with him. Like he's exactly
sweet.
like he is on TV in person, except in person maybe a little bit more. Like I don't know how he has so much energy, but like the first time he saw us, he's like, "Do you like group chats? Oh my god, like let's make a group chat with all these strangers." So now I'm in a group chat with, there used to be him, his boyfriend, all these Big Brother people, and the chat is going off right now because
what's everyone saying?
Everyone's Jonathan's biggest fan, and he's going through some hard times in the house right now.
He
It's
is.
looking rough. I think there's a 50-50 shot. He might pull through. I don't want to see him first to boot, especially because you hate seeing someone who really likes the game and wants to be there and wants to play. Whereas, like, I don't know if Dina really knows what show she's on. So, I don't know.
That's a very good point. So for those of you who have not caught up, the HOH is Ryan.
Yes.
There was this power play. It
Like a dual HOH.
Yes. So Jonathan went on the block, and I don't think he would have been if this hadn't been for this twist, which is really unfortunate.
So sad for him.
And now the women in his alliance are turning on him because they realize how strong a player he is, and they're suspicious. And I feel bad because he really is such a kind person.
And so entertaining
so
to
entertaining,
watch.
funny, and I really hope he sticks around. But it's down to him and Tom Green, who's also super funny.
I don't want either of them. I want Tom Green to narrate my life, first of all. I want him to follow me in a corner and just like narrate and make me look bad because he's so funny.
He's so funny.
And then Jonathan's great, but then we have the Mooch.
The Mooch. So tell everyone what's going on with the Mooch.
The Mooch. I don't know if people have caught up because they haven't shown it on the episode, but it's all over the news. So like, I'm really not spoiling anything
And
because
it's live
like
feeds,
Yeah, and CNN covered this, so like whatever.
It's official.
So the Mooch apparently left the house, and no one knows if he quit, if this is part of his contract, if he's like the mole and he's this twist and was never a house guest.
Oh, I don't know about that.
So a lot of people are speculating that was he even there to play the game? Was he just there to kind of like sabotage things? Is he gonna come back?
The mooch.
No one knows, but he was seen in Switzerland.
How did he get
How
there
did that
that
go
quickly?
from the Big Brother house to Switzerland in 24 hours is beyond
Anyone
me.
can do it.
The mooch can. But TMZ caught him in Switzerland. And they asked him, like, why are you not in the Big Brother house? And he basically kind of gave him a cliffhanger. And he was like, oh, you'll have to wait and see. Something along those lines.
So he could come back?
I think he's coming back.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know, okay, I guess we're gonna have to wait to see what happens, how this affects the game. Because there were supposed to be 2 people going home this week, so Mooch is out. And maybe they're gonna do some sort of twist where someone else goes on the block, who knows?
Something like that. Or like, Mooch can come back and then he can go home. Like, oh, there we go.
That's
Save
fine.
Jonathan.
Yeah, please save Jonathan. Let us know below who you're rooting for. We want to hear, Jonathan, if you're out there. We love you.
We love you. We're sending you all the strength in the world.
Oh my, sending you so much strength.
Want more extra? Hit the subscribe button and the bell and never miss a video.